Have you heard of Origin of Species, Darwin's book, 1869? It talks of the survival of the fittest, survival of the person who can fight the competition, the championship, the clash, the event, the fight, the game, the match, the meeting, the race. It is a rivalry, it is a struggle, it is a matchup, it's an opposition, it's a puzzle, it's a quiz, it is racing, it is run, it is strife, it is striving, it is tilt, it is tug of war. It is a war which is a rat race. Yes, you are all involved in this rat race, in this competition, and in this competition we will surely have the survival of the fittest. Who is this fittest? One who excels in vocabulary, grammar, English. You all know there will be no translator. Who can do the paper well? The person who excels in this field. And who will excel in this field? One who can understand, grasp, comprehend and make out what the writer's point of view is. Who will explain you? You yourself, nobody else. So with this motive, with this connotation, with this positivity, let's move for the word for today, right? We had done this word as our last word for the class yesterday. That was the word reconcile. And we are taking up the next words for today. That is the next word, the words coercion. We will be having various words in this which are linked with it, and we have core root working in harmony with our words. Co is, yes, together. So when we have coerce, it's a force which acts against each other. This is only word which doesn't work in the sense of together, not in togetherness. It's a kind of practice of persuading someone to do something by force, something which is a threat or a force or a compulsion. It's a constraint, it's a duress, it's an oppression, it's an enforcement, it's a persuasion. It's something where you have a collision. You can see this kind of thing. This kind of thing is a coerce. Like suppose this is more can be used in the tone of the passage. Now if the writer is saying something and you are saying something means the other person's point of view is different. So the writer is talking about maybe Darwin's theory. Like I give you an example. Darwin's theory about the origin of species talks about that man came from a lower form to the higher species. You have seen orangutan, chimpanzee and how man came into being. And Bible talks about different stage. It talks of Adam and Eve, the first man Adam and Eve, and it doesn't talk of the stages of evolution or development. It directly says that man was produced on this earth and no stages of development. Whom to be accept? This is a coercion of the theories. You can see this is a coercion. What? Because they don't agree to the point of it. Next word is the word bolster. Bolster is to support or strengthen something, something that you act as a boost up. In fact, you motivate something. Everybody needs that Bonvita cup, won't it? Everybody needs that somebody tells us, yes, this thing, of course, we could do that thing. That's a bolster. It's a support or strengthen. Please note the phrasal verb for this, back up. It's a reinforce, it's a boost, it's a fortify, it's something which support or strengthen things. That's a bolster. The opposite would be antonym, undermine that thing, not allow that thing to happen. So bolster is the support or strengthening of that thing. Next word, very important word, efficacy. Repeatedly this word is coming in the Hindu paper. This word is the desired results, the ability to produce a desired result. You want a particular result to happen and you let that desired result to happen. This is called the word that is efficacy, right? Next word is a very interesting word. This is placebo. Placebo is something that appears to be real, that seems to be real. It's a medical treatment but isn't. It could be a pill or a shot or something of a fake treatment. Something what is placebos have in common is that they do not contain an active substance meant to affect health, जो health को affect नहीं करेगा. Something which will not affect the health, right? The next word, underlying. Underlying is basic, fundamental. Please note the basic word for this. This is called rudiments, the basic facts. Right, they are called rudiments. This is something very significant, something very basic, something which is necessarily manifest or obvious, something which has to happen, which is implicit, quite an idea where there is no anything which would cause a problem to it. Before you get into the swimming pool, you must know the rudiments of swimming. We have the word coercion. There was a coercion between the two opposite parties, two election campaigns. It was a bolster from his mother that he got selected in AILET examination. It will be your efficacy, your determination, your sticking to your ground that will help you to be successful. Please don't be carried away by placebos. And you have to know the underlying facts before the ground reality, before you come to any conclusion. This is a very important part of life, because if you do that, you're able to do things in the right perspective, in the right scenario. And this is only going to make you move on in life. It's very important that you grow, you enhance, you make yourself bright. And this can, how can this happen? This can happen by your knowing the basic things, the ground reality of something, knowing from where and how does this thing originate and come into being, right? Next word. The next word for today is the word muster. Please muster courage to learn vocabulary, gather, assemble, make things. Have you seen this root? Yeah, I'm talking of the root co, together. Right, and see the word congregate or the word collect. This is a group of people which are assembled together. It's a kind of a convocation. All the three words have the root, yes, co. Congregate, collection of people, collect is a group of people, and convocation is also a group of people assembled. The reasons and causes may be different, but it's a group. Have you seen the school assemblies? Yes, children gather for prayer, for school prayers, for the news, right? So we have also the root greg in this, which means group, and we have the root voc, that is a call, vocation, invocation, provocation, invoke. These all words come from this call. Yes, there is a vocal music, very important root coming up in the English section, and it will play very important role. So please muster, gather courage to tell the truth to your parents, right? Okay. Next word I want to discuss in detail. Perfunctory. This word is more often used with government jobs, although I am not trying to deteriorate anybody, but perfunctory means namesake. You don't actually do the work. It is just a superficial effort. You don't do it in detail. It's an action which is carried out without real interest. It is something which is feeling an effort. It's cursory. What do we call it? Sketchy. It's not clear. It's a desultory. You run away from the work. You know, when you draw a sketch of something, you know, police makes the sketch of the culprit. Is it clear what is going to happen? No. It's just a hasty manner of doing things. It's just because you have to do it, you do it in a very careless manner. You just get an outline by it. You don't get the details. It's just because you are supposed to do it, you do it in a bounded form, like bonded labor, bounded form you do the work. So don't study vocabulary in a perfunctory way. Take interest in it, do it thoroughly, properly, wonderfully, conscientiously, meritoriously, and very carefully, right? Next word, again for the tone of the passage is important, aggravate. Aggravate is to make something worse, make something in a very bad situation, make something problematic and offensive. It is very serious or troublesome that you think, that is aggravate. The opposite would be alleviate, make something in a higher form, right? Implicate. Implicate is to show something to be involved in a crime, incriminate, compromise, involve, connect or embroil something. Make something, you show that this person is guilty. Yes, this person is guilty. You put the charge on something. So he was charged with. Because when we say absolve is free from charge or blame, we have also the word acquit, just free from charge or blame, or the word exonerate or exculpate. You can see the roots working so wonderfully. Ex is out, ab is move away, AC is sharp, X is out and culp is crime. So you're free from charge or blame. Salman Khan has been exculpated. This is you are found guilty and this is not guilty, right? Next word, incitement. Incite is provoking someone to do something. Please note the idiom for this. Add fuel to fire, provoke someone, incite someone, cause somebody to do something wrong. It's encouraging someone, and our political leaders are very fond of inciting people, that is making them, encouraging them to do something unpleasant or wrong. It is foment them, that is incitement. The opposite, bipartisan. Bi is two and part is parts, so divide into two parts, that is bipartisan. This is supported or involving two political parties, that is bipartisan. Consensus with the root co, again so wonderfully working. Consensus, it's in agreement, it is in harmony, it's in togetherness, it is in unison. Can you see the root uni? That is one, so it is in unison. It is in harmony, it is exactly working in the same as you want, it's agreeing to your point, it's not in disagreement, it's not something daggers drawn or swords apart or poles apart, it is an agreement among the youth, it's an unanimity. Can you see the wonderful root, anim, which is mind or soul? So when I have animated films, have you heard of cartoon classics animated films? And he was elected or nominated unanimously. Uni is one, anim is mind. So there's no objection to it, in agreement to it, unanimously, uni and anim. Uni is one, anim is one. One mind, one soul, one thinking, one harmony, and this is what vocabulary teaches, wonderful roots and wonderful knowledge. Yes, I hope you like today's videos. Please do like the matter which you have seen for today. Do give your feedback for it. Do subscribe it and let us know what more you're looking forward to, so that in the coming classes I can come up with those things with the more of synonyms and antonyms and the tones of the passage as promised to you. Right, students? Thank you.